So I woke up this morning, and it's a pretty good morning. It's a pretty good time to wake up. I woke up and I'm like, oh man, I'm pooped. I'm tired as all hell. So I'm gonna go get some coffee. But first, I should probably put some pants on. Put them on, and I'm like, okay, now it's time to get my shoes, because I like wearing shoes inside, because I'm a masochist. Anyways, so I put on my shoes. I put on the second shoe, and I get up. And then all of a sudden, a cockroach runs out of my pant leg onto my shoe, and I freak out, and I throw because I think the cockroach came out of my shoe, but now when I'm reflecting the situation, it came out of my pant leg. So I throw my shoes out of my feet, and the cockroach is gone. I have no clue where it went. But there was another cockroach, and this one was actually in my shoe, because I killed it. So that was a fun little wake up morning. It was fun. I'm excited for tomorrow morning. I want to see what the hell happens. So hello everybody, I'm with me, and today we're going to be talking about the topic of morality. Oh god damn! This morning we're going to be discussing morality. Because when I kicked my shoe into the air, and there was a dead cockroach on the floor, I realized, like, oh yeah, I should probably do a YouTube video. I don't know why that came to mind, but, well, it did, so I'm doing it. Let's go back a little bit, back in time, when my voice was higher than it is now. Let's go back to the date where I lost faith in God. I don't remember the exact date, because I don't even remember the day of the week either. I don't usually keep track of that, but now I do. But when I was in middle school, or junior high, for some people, some crazy people that live in a different country than me, when I was in junior high or middle school, I lost faith in God. And, well, when I did, the day afterwards, I didn't go on a massacre. I didn't run around slapping people in the face. I did the same thing that I would do the days that I didn't believe in God. And, well, why was that? Well, I didn't even establish a basis of morality until freshman year of high school. I basically just did things because I did what felt right to me. Now, good thing I'm not a psychopath, because I wouldn't have any guide. Because I have a moral compass inside of my brain, I basically guide things where I feel best at. Why I should do this because it'll make me happy. Or I should do this because it'll make me and this other person happy. But, why is that? When you think you lose faith in God, you'd go crazy. You'd have to immediately establish a basis of morality. You have to freaking delve deep into the meaning of life. You have to really, really look and try and find hardcore. But, I didn't. The meaning of life and the void of death, basically, and morality, it all really didn't matter. Because, well, I was too busy focusing on the fact that I lost faith in God. And then when it came down to it, when I got over the breakup that was religion, once I got over that, I realized, like, oh man, I found out personally that God doesn't exist. What else could I find out? And it kind of motivated me to look into things like morality and the death, how we're going to die. And it also, of course, led me to the topic of morality. And eventually I came up with a good little basis. But that was based on my own personal feelings. Of course, abortion for me, it's still a very, very, very mixed bag. But I'm not going to talk about that because that's a touchy subject. Why is it that when I lost faith in God, I didn't lose my moral compass? I didn't lose all meaning in life and just fucking kill myself the next day. Why? Well, I think I know the answer. Because, God isn't what guides us. A lot of people assume that that's the case, but in reality, it's you. It's you as a person that guides you to where you want to be, or are going to be if you don't do something about your horrible life right now. Okay, well, that's a bit mean, but you get my point. It's you. You're the one that guides your morality. You're the one that steers your path. There's a good song by my favorite band, Tool. It's called Jerk Off, and despite the name, the song is about people who tell other people, usually people who are religious and are, oh, I'm superior because God told me to do this, and I believe in God and I follow God perfectly, and you don't, and you're a sinner and you're going to go to hell. It's basically people like that. Punishment was sure for those who dare to cross the line. But it must not be true for jerk-offs just like you. And in the song, it gets a little bit, angry and ranty and angsty. If consequences dictate my course of action, then it doesn't matter what's right. It's only wrong if you get caught. If consequences dictate my course of action, I should play God and shoot you myself. Now, of course, the lead singer, Maynard James Keenan, he didn't kill anybody. Okay, he's not in prison right now. He says if consequences dictate. And what's interesting is that later on, I might show a clip if I can find it, but before he played the song live, he said that the song is a way to get out your aggression, so that way you don't harm other people. So when those other people are telling you and telling other people that they're going to hell, a good way of not punching them in the face, a good way of getting out your aggression, besides punching them in the face, is that you don't punch them in the face. You don't kill them. You don't harm them in any way.
We don't normally do this song because people misinterpret it, and rightly so. See, there's a difference between hate and anger. Anger is constructive emotion. Hatred is not. It's destructive. And rather than acting out on the violence, instead, we scream our heads off and play loud music. That way nobody gets hurt. So keep that in mind when we play this song. It's not about fucking somebody up. It's about being very angry to the point where you have to scream about it rather than do something about it.
But you talk about it. And that's the thing. He says if consequences dictate, meaning that they don't. The thing is that if people who lost faith in God immediately just lost a moral compass because apparently God would go with it, there would be, people who don't know what would be right or wrong, and they just do whatever they wanted. Whatever made them happy, whatever made them superior. And in that world of utter chaos and anarchy, the saying consequences dictate would be, very well established. Only consequences will dictate my course of action. And if they do, then I could kill you, and if I get away with it, then it was morally right. But that's the thing. He didn't kill anybody. So what's going on? Well, we have a moral compass, and it doesn't come from God, it comes from our brain. Just because you believe that God has guided you to a religion, and you decide to follow his every command, or at least whatever you think his every command is, just because you do that doesn't make you morally superior than I, a person who decided to go along with whatever the hell my moral compass said. What made other people feel good? Oh, this does. Okay. Would this hurt anybody? No. Okay, then yeah, that's fine. And it's interesting to know. I'm gonna say I'll give this as an example. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, it was me, and it was freshman year of high school. My ex has just recently left me for somebody else. Now, my friend, who was religious at the time, now don't judge his actions, okay? He's a good guy. He had good intentions, but I'll explain. My friend comes up to me, and he's like, "Hey, man, I know you're sad. You're very, very sad. So, I'll tell you what we can do for you. Well, I can get a group of buddies, right? And then we can beat up this new boyfriend of hers. I was like, no, don't do that. Please do not do that. That is the worst thing you can do. And, well, why did I do that? Why was it that I decided to, even though I didn't know what I felt towards my ex at that time, and I don't know, I guess I thought of the boyfriend as, well, an innocent bystander. He probably has no clue that I even exist. So why should I get my group of friends to go over and beat him up? It's not cool. That's not good. But yeah, I didn't, because I thought of my ex's boyfriend as an innocent bystander. He has no clue who I am, so why should I drag him into my sadness? I shouldn't drag anybody into that pit, that hole, because in the end, I'm like, well, what if I was dating somebody and her ex got a group of buddies and came and beat me up? That's what I was thinking. I was thinking like, well, what if I was in his shoes? And I'm like, I don't want to get beat up. Plus, I mean, if it comes around that it was I who orchestrated the fight, and my ex finds out, she would think of me even lower than she already did when she left me. And, well, I didn't need God to tell me that that was bad. I didn't need God to tell me that what my friend proposed is a bad idea. All I needed was me thinking of this guy. You know, he's in love. He's found somebody that he loves, and now he's dating that person. You know, he's a lucky guy. Not everybody gets that opportunity. So why should I come in and destroy that? No, even though he's in love with somebody that I love, and he ended up getting the opportunity to date her, it doesn't make it morally right, or rather even good at all, for me to come in and try to ruin it. If you're a good person, it is not because of God. It's because of you. You decided to put your beliefs, your moral compass in this thing that doesn't exist, and you're the one. You don't know that you're doing it, but you're the one that's guiding your moral compass. That morally superior D-bag that I debunked, it's just like, dude, you know, we're the same people. We're human beings. We're capable of having feelings. We're capable of, like, oh, if this happens, then I'll feel happy. And if this happens, then I'll feel sad. It's very, very basic. He just has God for that, and I have my own personal feelings for that. And you know what? Yeah, it does get kind of scary, knowing that there's no dude with a beard that's guiding our moral compass. Because it could easily become kind of like an anarchy. But when you think about our Supreme Court and all that, I mean, this is supposed to be at least a secular nation. I mean, it's got no establishment of religion, and, well, here I am talking about atheism, and there's another guy talking about religion, and nobody is being forced to shut their mouth. No police officers are coming into the house stopping me from talking about atheism, because, well, this is a secular nation. It's not an atheist nation, no, it's a secular nation. It's indifferent. That's the end of my video. It was a bit ranty. I had no script, I'm sorry. But I hope you guys learned something from this. And if you didn't, well, I hope you found it at least a little bit entertaining. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave like if you did. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye-bye.